Call it Pop Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
Good morning, YouTube. It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, you guys. And this video is going to be as far as for how to calm patients down during venipuncture. So this is going to be for a phlebotomy video, you guys. If you guys want to check out any of my other phlebotomy videos, don't forget to check down the links down below where I have attached with the description box, you guys. I did want to just throw out there, if you guys are watching any of my videos as far as for Flex with Desi, just make sure you follow the channel. It's Flex with Desi, and I'll make sure I put that in the description box as well too. I didn't want to keep putting everything on this channel particular. I just want to start a whole nother channel for that. So don't forget to subscribe for that and keep up with my journey as far as for Amazon Flex. All right, so this is going to be the top 5 challenging hard moments to overcome as far as we're dealing with phlebotomy. So I figured that this can kind of help anybody out. Now everybody has their different ways as far as for calming patients down when it comes to phlebotomy, but I feel like these are the most good steps as far as for that. Me personally, I'm currently a pain management medical assistant. I work as far as for full-time with pain management medical assistant, and then I go ahead and do part-time with Amazon Flex. So as far as for phlebotomy, how to keep patients down, how to keep them calm down during the venipuncture. So one, you want to keep a convo going with them. Try to bring up holidays, try to bring up kids, family, music, anything to try to get their mind off of that particular stick that's about to happen for them. Most people, they will talk to you throughout the whole entire process. Most people will literally just look away and just not even pay you any mind. But I feel as if you bring up any type of holiday or event that's coming up, that can kind of get their mind off of that stick. Most people may think that's kind of like a silly idea, but to be honest, in reality, most people are very scared when it comes to phlebotomy. So the more you try to talk with the patient and try to like get their mind off of the stick, that can kind of help you out. That way they won't freak out, because if they freak out, that leads to more like issues that can go wrong as far as for the phlebotomy treatment. So I would try to make sure that I, bring up something being like, Memorial Day is coming up, do you and your family got anything planned? Anybody getting on the grill? Anything like that to try to keep the conversation going. So one, you want to always keep a conversation going as far as for phlebotomy whenever you're about to start the venipuncture. 2, you want to keep eye contact. Keep eye contact at all times and focus on the patient. Even as you're talking about something else different, still make eye contact with the patient. You don't want to just listen to them and looking away and everything like that, because they may probably pick up on the fact that you're not even paying attention to them, or they may not think that you know what you're doing. I feel as if with phlebotomy, sometimes some patients automatically assume that, whereas like it makes you uncomfortable because it makes it seem like you don't know what you're doing as far as for your job, and they'll tend to ask, why are you using this? Well, why do you have to use that? Why can't you use this? Certain things like that. So what I would do is, while doing phlebotomy, make sure you keep a conversation going with them, keep eye contact with them, so that way they can know everything that's going on at all times. So what I would do is, for an example, okay, so you're coming into the office, so pretend this is the tourniquet. All right, so I'll be like, hi, my name is Desiree. I'm going to be your phlebotomist for today. And today I just got to get one tube sample from you. Go ahead and have a seat right here. And first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and identify your first and last name. Make sure I identify that. Look at the labels and stuff like that. Okay, everything's correct on there. So all I need you to do right now is pretty much sit in this chair right here. Go ahead and relax for me. I'm going to first apply this tourniquet to your arm. It's just going to be a little pinch feeling. Then go ahead and tie the tourniquet. And then as you tie the tourniquet, go ahead and say, for instance, this is tight right now. Go ahead and examine the arm. Examine places right here. Check for bruises, scars, anything like that, to try to make sure that it's nothing that could prevent you from drawing blood exactly from that site. All right, so the top 2 things is already keep a conversation, keep eye contact. Next is going to be offer them to turn their head during venipuncture, or to hold their hand or squeeze something. Now, most people may think this is kind of like a silly idea, but I feel like this can kind of help them during venipuncture because everybody reacts differently. I had to notice that myself when working at a plasma center, because most people, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're too old to be acting like this. But in reality, most people do have a lot of bad experience when it comes to phlebotomy. They may have someone stick them wrong and they've been traumatized for it forever. So I don't try to judge people on that. You can always tell them to turn their head. I feel as if you turn their head, just know that when I'm done doing, I'll let you know when I'm on the last tube of getting your blood. That's what I would do. But most people, they'll turn their head and still keep trying to look and be like, are you done yet? Did you put the needle in yet? And it's like, if you're going to turn your head, just stay that way. Don't just keep trying to peek and see what's going on. Giving them something to squeeze can always help as well too. Like what I would do is probably give them like something like this to squeeze, something to kind of just, when that first bevel needle part goes in, I know it's kind of like a little flinch part, so it depends how most people stick. But if you have something for them to squeeze, I think they'll be pretty much fine on that end. Also hold your hand. Now that's just something to throw out there. Most of the time, if they have someone there with them, have them hold their hand, because there's no way they can hold your hand and you're the one doing the venipuncture. Like, there's no way. You don't want them touching you or anything like that. All right, so the fourth one is going to be remind them to breathe in and out and to not panic. The faster you collect the blood, the better the venipuncture. This is so important, you guys, because I feel like most people, they spend the whole time talking, and it's like at the end of the day, the patient is probably thinking, did you still need to get the blood or what? Because you done told a whole entire story. So as you're talking, get the work and stuff done. Get your materials together and stuff like that. You don't want to just be talking and just still standing there and time going by. Patients do tend to get a lot of upset whenever it comes to venipuncture. So I feel as if you can't get that blood right then and there, contact someone who can get it. But at the meantime, you know, if it's your turn to kind of do the blood or whatnot, I would say just remind them to just breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Because by the time they see the needle, and they see the needle about this big, when really in reality it's about this small, they'll be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and then they start to panic and stuff like that. But what I would just tell them to do, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. This is going to be a simple process. Just breathe in, breathe out. And the last one I would say is just try to give them a ward afterwards. Now, this can go depending on what practice you are at. Now, if I'm drawing blood from pain management, there's no way I can give someone candy, because I'm dealing with a lot of elderly patients. But however, if you're working with pediatric and one of the smaller kids, you know, they made a successful venipuncture or whatnot, I would definitely suggest having candy on hand just to kind of calm them down a lot more and be like, hey, you did it. You know, it wasn't that bad, was it? Or also with OBGYN, I feel like you can kind of have candy right then and there, because you're dealing with a lot of like young teenage mothers and stuff like that. So I would definitely check into that. But for the most part, I feel as if, you know, these are the top 5 challenging moments to overcome when it comes to phlebotomy. You want to keep the conversation going to try to make sure that they don't get sidetracked. You want to make sure you keep eye contact at all times. Also, offer them to turn their head during venipuncture or give them something to kind of squeeze due to the pain. Remind them to breathe in and out and to not panic. And the last thing is to try to offer some type of treat just to let them know that they did really good. Hopefully, this guys help you guys out whenever you're doing phlebotomy. And if this does help you out, comment below and let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and y'all all stay safe. This is Monday. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.